Welcome back to Let's Play Endless Space 2, Series number 10, Episode 31. I'm JC Proton, and we're picking up at turn 69, playing a standard faction of the United Empire on Endless Difficulty in a normal speed game. In this episode, we're going to be fighting pirates. Some more. Just a little bit. Since last episode, after I had finished recording, I realized I could probably go ahead and move my admiral in the fleet over here towards CB in preparation to assemble my fleet together and then start heading down to Ducey. So I did that after the turn ended. I also did some pondering, and I decided, I made some decisions here on my research priorities. So I was debating between focusing on military tech, ship improvements, or doing the terraforming, or doing finishing these techs so that I could do system upgrades. I decided I'm going to go with the military techs because even though I have some systems that are kind of close to being maxed out on population, I'm doing a lot of expanding right now, so I can just ship those populations that are on the overcrowded systems, just ship them to the other systems that are not overcrowded, so I can delay the terraforming a bit, and then kind of on the same mindset, I can delay doing the system upgrades a bit, because these are nowhere near their maxes. So it's not like I have to spend these resources right now. So these resources are just going to pile up. And then when I get around to getting these system development upgrades unlocked, then I'll just have a lot of resources. I'll do a lot of upgrades really fast, kind of all at once. So the only tricky bit with that is I continue to go higher and higher on the number of systems that I'm exceeding the max, which makes it more and more challenging to maintain approval because I have a minus 75 approval from overcolonization right now, and that's going to continue to get worse. So the Ponzi scheme of approval that we're getting from the new colony law becomes more and more precarious over time as we get more and more out of overextended on our colonization. So that'll be a thing that we're managing. Okay, so yeah, I decided, you know what? I think the invasion tactic is so overpowered. In fact, we're just going to go ahead and demonstrate here. I have, here at Caelum, there are 210 pirates defending their lair, right? And I have a grand total of 69 manpower attacking. So we're outnumbered more than 3 to 1. But we're going to be using the battle tactic of preemptive bombing. And the preemptive bombing gives 2,500 damage, preemptive bombing damage, which is enough to do probably just about all of these defenders. I remember it was about a 30% reduction of the 500 that were there before. So, you know, that's most of this 210, and that'll reduce it to where it's an even fight, or I think maybe we'll have the edge. So we're gonna find we're gonna find out, or the pirates are gonna find out. We collectively as viewers will find out exactly how effective preemptive bombing is, but I think it's pretty darn effective. I think it's worth at least 150 troops. So let's find out right here. Let's all find out together. Excuse me. So pirates are dug in. So they lost 90% of their troops of the 210. So that would be 180 troops that they lost. And then we outnumbered, what was left, we outnumbered them 2-1, so we wiped them out. Cool, look at that. Pirate lair was destroyed during the attack. We got 50 Hyperium, 50 Titanium, and 1,500 dust. Nice. All right, so we got it. We were successful at Caelum. Let's go ahead and move our fleets. Move everybody. So we had fleets en route to CB31 from Remnant. And over here, let's see here. E31. Is there a 120? He's weak. Okay, select all. So it's too many to merge. This one is a pretty weak ship, though. And now we can merge. Okay, so that's 20 command points worth of fleet. There's nothing there that needs upgrades. And nothing needing repair. Okay, perfect. Let's head on down. I think I'll hold off on sending that guy in there. Maybe I'll send him down this way. I think we'll do pretty well against the pirates here at Doucet. And we may not have any losses. We'll see. Okay, we had some... I decided to end up building an Overwatch in both of these systems. So that gives us visibility to what's going on. I'm going to fly this one over here to Caelum. And I remember noticing, somehow I missed this one down at Nolin. I don't know what happened there. Maybe I just forgot. I don't know. That is a thing. That is a thing I do. So I'm going to start flying this scout down in that direction. So these are the Overwatch ships, which are a scout design, and it just has three Hyperion probes on it. So gives a big vision radius. They have a lot of probes on them. There's like 3 probes apiece, so like they have 9 probes. But they also have just a big vision radius, so that's pretty useful as just kind of keeping an eye on things. And way fewer events to look at here. So let's just kind of look through. Research completed on titanium electroplating, which completed the battle tactics sets, improved reactive plating, and coordinated flak. Yep. That's pretty good stuff. Extra damage against flotillas, fire rates on flotillas is improved. So very good. Very good module to have. And so our research that we're going to be going for, excuse me, we're going to do Galactic Security Charger, and that will unlock 2 more trade subsidiaries, and we'll build 2 more trade subsidiaries. Right now we only have the 1, and we also get the solar operations base, which increases system trade value. So right now we have just the 1 trade route. So that'll enable us to build 2 more trade subsidiaries. I don't know exactly where I'll build them. Down here maybe put 1 over here. Kind of depends on how our flow rates are going here on these. 21 virtual artifacts per turn, 20 benthic gems per turn. So it's evened up a lot already. So we're up to almost 44 void stones per turn. And 69.5, almost 70 red sing. It's pretty good. So 80 red sing gives us 1 per turn, man. All right, so new battle tactics slot available. I have to figure out what I want to put in there. Yeah, on the Reawakening update, there's another battle tactics slot, so you have a maximum of 6 now instead of just 5. So I'll have to think about, figure that out. I haven't really thought it over. Yes, military stage 4 is unlocked. Ooh, there's a new deed. Yeah, so we get 3 more command points. Our crews are higher level. We have better shields and armor, and we have extra manpower capacity on Empire. We have beams and guns, actually. And let's see, Invader of Worlds. Be the first to invade 7 systems. We've invaded 5 already, so we're in first rank. And the reward is simultaneous war system. I don't remember that one. I don't know if I've ever seen it. I don't remember seeing it. And maybe it's new. Plus 2 command points on Empire. Ooh. Dude, we have a really good chance of getting that. Two extra command points for fleets? That'll be really nice. So you get, this is unlocked. You have better missiles, better guns, nice shielding, plus 1 initial crew level on ships, 3 command points. Yep, 1,000 manpower. You got inert plating, armor, better beams, and better lasers. Ooh. This is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. So yeah, next text to get. I think I want improved attacker ships, and I'm gonna want improved. It would be nice to have some of these, but they're gonna be kind of throwaway ships, I think. For sure that. And I'm gonna want hunters. And I'm gonna want to have coordinators. I think I'm gonna go with all 4. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna go with all 4 of those. And then we'll see. I may go with universal aerodynamics at that point to get the extra command points and aerial ground troops, or I may go for the terraforming at that point. And then after those, then I'll probably get crust engineering and gamma absorption. So I'm just gonna go with those 5 techs for now, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. Okay, so cool. Invader of Worlds. We need 2 more invasions. Here's 2 more invasions right here. Dusay and then Shiyu, right? So that could be pretty cool. System Relic's got a pirate lair. Okay, gutted pirate stronghold. 3 industry and 3 dust per population. Nice. Adds a lot more industry to that snow world, right? It had no industry before. But now, because of the anomaly of the gutted pirate lair, it's added. That's pretty cool. Poor soil. Population boost ended for Horatio. So we're at 27 Mavros. And the Mavros boost is ending in 1 turn. Yeah, what I'm thinking, man, is like it would be fun to hang on to this Mavros system. But I've tried to do that before, and it has literally worked out badly almost every time. Because you're going to have influence pressure from all around. Even if this is a high influence production system. So I could try to colonize several systems here real quick and have a cluster of systems to push back on the influence pressure. And that is a possibility. It's also going to make everybody around the bordering that mad at me. And it would still be tricky to be defensible. Like if we end up at war with Riftborn, now you've got this group over here. It's harder to defend an exclave like that, right? So I'm still undetermined about what to do with that Mavros system. We've got some terraforming going on. A lot of terraforming. We're going ahead and going past the sterile into the non-sterile terraforming, going to arid in preparation for going to be having fertile planets pretty soon. So these hot planets are going to be going all the way to jungle. Going to be taking them to jungle, and yeah, because of AI labor. I think going from jungle to atoll, you get like 1 more population slot. So I think it'll probably be advantageous to actually keep them hot and just keep them as jungles. Populations are growing, so we're shuffling populations around quite a bit, from systems that are almost maxed out to systems that are still kind of roomy. So you'll see it here. BA is kind of roomy. BB. See, AF is pretty full. Some of these are pretty new systems down in the CC. AJ. So looking at looking at my space here is a ridiculous amount of population flying around in every direction. Everybody's going everywhere all at once right now. It's a lot. I actually have a whole spreadsheet set up now, showing where populations are en route to each other and stuff. Because I'm trying to get one of everything everywhere, pretty much. Which obviously isn't possible right now because I don't have enough of everything to have one everywhere. But I'm trying to anywhere where I have 2 of something on a system, and I have other systems where I don't have any, then I'm trying to move one over to a place where I don't have any, kind of thing. Just kind of spread everybody around. So that's the thing that's going on. We got a sower's bonus kicking in. Really? We have that many? Really? Do we have 10? We do. We have 11 sowers. Wow. Okay. So those guys are going to come in super handy. We're going to be sending a bunch of sowers over here to the Cravers space once we start conquering over there, man. That's for sure. Diplomatic relation change with the nearest. They're now providing us with most of their resources, it says. I think the nearest are down in the Vodiani area. Yeah. So, friendly at 80, and that's plus 10 per turn. Warmonger or amicable 13 per turn. So, wow. So, yeah, it's a lot of approval, but we'll never get them. We'll never get a quest to assist them because they're enthralled by the Vodiani. The only way we'll actually assimilate them is if we invade and forcefully release them from their servitude to the Vodiani by getting them to be part of our empire instead. The Mavros, that's their assimilation trait, constructophile, minus 20% system. It's minus 10% system improvement cost industry on all of our systems. And since I have 2 Mavros populations that I've acquired, assimilated, now it's a minus 20. So upgrading our systems, all those improvement costs are reduced by 20%. Not colonizing planets, but like the actual building the upgrades, the structures. Okay, solo quest started for Art for Amoeba's Sake. I can uncover awe or mind share. So uncover, search 85% of the galaxy to find other art forms. Well, we've explored 99% of the galaxy, so we would get that immediately. Plus 2 food per amoeba for 20 turns. Awe gives add 3 more influence buildings basically, and get 4 food per amoeba on cold planets for 20 turns, or mind share, obtain 17 amoeba citizens. That's only adding 3 more, so that would be almost automatic as well. 4 food per amoeba on sterile worlds for 20 turns. I'm just going to do the easiest one. I think we'll just automatically get this one next turn. It's plus 2 on every amoeba. It doesn't matter what kind of planet they're on. So I think that's. I'm going to take that. To find other art forms. Okay, yeah. Let's discover fine art everywhere in the galaxy.
Soon your worlds will be scoured wastelands.
Diplomatic imbroglio. Okay. That's interesting. How are we doing on score? 1953, he's 1137. Riftborn are 1560, and Horatio is 1456, so funds are 1100. Unfallen are right at 1,000. And Lumeris are at 733. And bottom of the pile is Vodiani at 551. Okay. So they're feeling diplomatic pressure. So they're declaring a diplomatic imbroglio. And that gives me a negative pressure trend with them. So you can see there's a line moving my direction here in this relationship. See, these are all positive where I'm pushing out towards them. That's pushing out. Yeah, these are all positive trends. Right, this is my only negative trend. Okay, so I guess we'll do a diplomatic imbroglio against them, huh?
We are coming.
A bureaucratic imbroglio, yeah. Sure, we 500 influence is easy for us to do. So here's the pressure going against us. you can play that game, buddy. Right back at you. Okay, now it's a positive pressure trend. So, yeah. Okay, Cravers. You push, we push back. And nobody wins.
We've got a super duper proposal for you. Listen up.
Nope. Yeah, perhaps, maybe in the future, if we're ever allies, then
Your
perhaps.
declarations mean nothing to the Hive. Nothing has changed.
Correct. We had the positive diplomatic pressure, and then you declared it, and then we declared it, and now nothing has changed. You are correct, sir. Nothing has changed. All right, so that's most of. This is a remarkably short turn. That's most of the turn, man. We'll run through our fleet movements. We'll run through our movements of our fleets. Yeah. Okay, we got guys who have arrived here. Ursa looks like a dangerous place to be. We still have visibility on these ships over here. So it seems like that the Cravers have a lot of short-range kinetic attacks right now. Their fleets it's all kinetic, and it's mostly short range. So that tells me they've got a lot of guns and or rail guns. So I'm just going to keep keeping an eye on what they're doing. What do we got over here? We got a battle. So it looks like the Lumeris have defeated the fleet that was here. And they have some invaders. Yeah, they've assembled a decent sized fleet. That's 3,400 attack. 3,800 attack, 600. Okay, so they're going to successfully invade here. That's at 800. It'll probably take them 2 or 3 turns. All right. If I fly, so they're going to invade. Are there any? There's no debris field. I could supervise. I don't want to get caught up in this blockade. The system's guarded here. So I could go off lane and fly over there. And we're at peace. Yeah, we're at peace with Lumeris, so they won't attack me. So I'm going to go over there and when they complete the invasion, I'm going to try to sneak in there, and if there's ground battle remains, I'm going to try to steal those. We'll see. We'll see if I can succeed in that or not. It's worth a try to just sneak in there. That's the Lumeris would do it too. They would totally do it. They're very backstabby. They're very backstabby type friends. Patrol 5. Cool. Okay, so I had one patrol ship going around this way and one going around this way. So I think I'll have this one just go straight through the middle and do Perseus and Aquarius and do those explorations. So that actually worked out great. I hadn't really planned that out. No surprise. Huh. Did he? I was gonna say, did he get stopped? Because I thought when you're at peace, guarding systems, the blockades don't stop you. It just so happened it looks like that his movement ended. And it was almost all his movement was used up. Okay. So he's going this way. Then this one does not need to go to Perseus. I was thinking about maybe going to Perseus. All right, that'll do. Sophie. Yep, the fist. So somebody else is going to be getting their own version of the Bastion. We'll see. Now, that's something I could do is have, I could put like the Bastion down by the Mavro system. And be like, okay, guys, you know, have it be a chip on my shoulder, like, who can take me? I dare you, anyone. I could do that. I could take a very aggressive approach with that. Actually, you know, he could fly right down here to Mavros. He doesn't even have to build that. This guy can just fly down there and get it. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll do that. Cool. Hi, Jeromeo. Yeah, we're at a nice positive cash flow now. Ooh, you know what? Speaking of that, I've got a couple of systems like this right here. So I've got Planet Cracker going on here because, and this is the one that has Mind Matters. He really needs to be building things. He doesn't need to be doing this. And since I can't really build worthwhile military ships that I want to use right now, you know what I should do? I should do the Sell Me ships. Let's make some Sell Me ships. Which are basically just ships that I make and I sell to the market. And you get a lot of experience for building ships. So I think that would be the way to go. So let's build ships that are like I would be fine with the computer player buying and using. So let's sell some protectors that are garbage. That are garbage ships. Okay, so what's our weakest armor and our weakest shield? Okay, basic inner plating. That's our weakest armor. This is our weakest shield. And our weakest offensive thing will be an energy weapon, some kind of laser. So you can't even use it for point defense against missiles. 23, 14 damage. Okay, and then we have 2 module slots here that we can use, and we're going to not use engines. I think I'll just go with that. It is just like the most basic garbage ship. Anybody who gets it, it's like, yeah. All right, so let's do that. His industry is 1,500, so he'll be building like 4 or 5 of those per turn, something like that. All right, so I think I queued up about 30 right there. And it would take him about 5 turns to build 30, 4 or 5 turns. Okay. I think he'll get a lot of experience building those. How much time do we have left on Mind Matters? 8 turns left? Cool. So we'll just build sell me ships there until we can actually build useful military ships. And the hero will just get a whole bunch of experience building a whole bunch of ships. And we're just going to sell them in the marketplace, and that'll get us a whole bunch of influence. And every time you build something, you get 10% back as dust with this dust windfall law. So that'll be generating a bunch of dust. We'll be selling the ships that we're making, and that'll generate a bunch of dust as well. So that'll work. And then every time you build something, you also get some influence because of the population bonus for Imperials. Yeah. So whatever, we're building 1,500 worth of stuff per turn, so we're going to get 150 influence per turn. So it's going to be a lot of influence, and eventually we're piling up a bunch of influence. We'll be able to use it to buy things, buy out researches and buy out construction. You can see it's interesting. The military support is going up here in the past. Yeah, pacifist support's up a little bit, military support's up a little bit, and same with ecologist. All right, cool. So I'm going to look through my planetary build queues. Anywhere that I'm close to being done building everything, I'm just going to go ahead and queue up a bunch of the probably 4 or 5 turns worth of the sell me ships, since that's about how long it's going to take for me to complete these the researches for the military ships, to where we start building our own stuff that we're actually going to use. Pleon. Head on down the star lane. Okay, what to do here? Well, I could throw out some probes here. I don't want to get tangled up in whatever that is, but I do want to send a probe over there. There's the lost ratio. I would be willing to send the lost ratio into harm's way. That's no problem. I just need to find a system that has curiosities to explore, and right now I don't see any of those. So I'm just going to send the lost ratio over here to the Mark 180 neutron star. And then this Patrol 5, yeah, he can send some probes out. realized I wanted to send a probe across over here to Ursa to take a look at that, but it's like, well, I guess next time. Not like I'm going there either way. Okay, Lupus, he's a patrol 4. He can do an upgrade. Let's do it. Boom. Cool. All right, finally, we got a ship down here in the Horatio area. And there's several things to explore here. See how many? We got a couple more ships on the way. 3 more coming, so that's 4 altogether. He's a patrol 5. That one's a patrol 5. That one's a patrol 5. So about 4 patrol 5. So I can just pick a direction. I know I got lots more coming. So he can go one way, and then the other ones will go the other way, and then some will go through the middle. Okay, well, since I just arrived, let's see, I have 3 movement left. Let's just go ahead and send a bunch of probes out. So the question here with this ship is, okay, well, first of all, let's upgrade him. And do I want to take the ship from Leo to New Sakon to Turkana and then to Vega? Like that. There's Esh that needs to be explored. We still have Wardan. But we have the ship that's at Sophia heading to Mavros. So if he's coming to Mavros, then he can come down here to Esh and New Sakon. So, or even Wardan, you know, I could, that would be a good place to have sent the Lost Horatio, right? I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some spot in the Cravers space. I'll be able to send him then. Yeah, let's go from Leo to New Sakon, because the Sip funds are our friends. And they're not going to attack us. They want to have super duper science agreements with us. Yeah, I think it's better to do New Sakon than Turkana and then Vega, rather than going to Vega and Turkana and then New Sakon, because he's likely doing explorations and stuff, and we want to explore things before he does if we can. That's a 4. That's a 4. Yeah, the only reason he hasn't explored those, I'm sure, is because he can't yet. But as soon as he can, he will. So let's jump in there as quick as we can. Our protector. You know what? We can do upgrades. Yeah, we can do upgrades. But you know what? We're gonna have we're gonna have upgrades coming again really soon. Yeah, as soon as we're done with, that's gonna be cool. Next turn we're gonna be able to start construction on 2 more trade subsidiaries. Extreme Composites is this one, and then that one. Do I swap them? Nah, I'll just let it go as is. Okay. So since we're going to get another round of upgrades anyway, I'm not going to bother doing the upgrades. I do want to kind of take a peek just to see how much of an improvement it would be. So we've already got the engine upgraded there. So the gun that's there currently, 48 damage per second, 120 flak damage. $69 damage, 150 flak damage. Okay. And then shield. See, armor would go from stats. One armor. And then 2 shield modules. 720, 86, 10,000. Yeah, it's an improvement. I think I'll wait to apply it though because this ship's coming down this way. So we'll fly it to CB and then we'll see where we are as far as are we ready to upgrade it. That's gonna be pretty cool having our own military that we're producing. That's definitely gonna be a good thing. I'm going to take a look through my systems. You know what? We might be ready to start. We might be ready to start a new colony. A new colony outpost. This one's done in 0 at Esther. Ooh, that was quick. Yeah, we must have had a food ship arrive from AD. Wow. Cool. Okay, so Esther's going to be completing next turn. And I was kind of thinking, like, mentally, every odd turn, it's going to be time to start a new outpost. And that one's completing at 4 and from Brescia. So yeah, let's start one at Pollux because Pollux is going to be a trade headquarters, and then Karas. Yeah, Pollux, then Karas. Then maybe Matarka. So the next trade headquarters is going to be AJ5. So these will be our 3 trade headquarters right here. I was thinking about AB, but I think I'm going to go with Pollux because of the way the trade routes would flow across AC and AD versus from AB. It'll hit AD, but it'll miss AC, and there's also the resources at Pollux that would be involved in trade routes, which will otherwise be completely missed. If AB was the trade headquarters, Pollux would never get hit. So that's why I want to do Pollux as a trade headquarters eventually. And another thing to look at is there's a quest. This no turning back. Set up 6 or more active trade routes, and we get reuse and recycle with 10% more industry across all of our systems. So that's huge, right? So 6 trade routes, I believe, is going to be 2 trade headquarters and 3 trade subsidiaries of 6 trade routes, right? Because it's 3 trade routes per headquarters. So I think that will satisfy that quest reward. All right, let's go ahead and colonize here. This is an arid, which is 6 population, or pollux, that's 3. Either way, it's going to get colonized right away. And we'll ship population in. All right, and what is the closest system to Pollux? Probably A, B, right? See, if he was to fly here, that's 7. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think it's about the same. That's 600. Yeah, let's do it from Rhea. We're only 1 turn away from getting the ITER. That's going to help us with research, man. 10% reduction on all research technology costs. Ooh, that's going to be great. That will be great. And of course, it'll crank up his science output a bunch too. Yeah, Woods Fez is going to level up really fast, man. With Mind Matters running right now and me building a whole bunch of ships there, that's going to be great. I'm going to look through my systems and queue up sell me ships. Whew. Yeah, we're going to start producing a bunch of ships, that is for sure. Okay, so altogether there were 6 systems that I added sell me ships to in the queues. Just 2 going about 4 or 5 turns out, just so I have something in the build queues. So I'm doing that, and we'll see how that turns out. See how much they sell for into the marketplace. So, and they're ships. I don't mind. I don't mind other players buying them and using them. They're pretty darn weak, so they're not a threat to me at all, and they're really slow, so they're pretty useless. So, I think that's about it for this turn. So we'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks everybody for watching.